Welcome back to The Biz. This is Suyapa coming to you from Kansas City, and we are back with Dave Jackson from Jackson Artist Corporation, who will bring everything that we've talked about so far together with some pretty relevant new information. He's brought some pictures for us and some other things to share, so we will talk to him when we get back. So Dave, let's get right to it. What does it take to become famous?
Well, have you got an hour or so?
No.
Well, there's a whole lot of ingredients, like everything else. It's like a successful cake. It takes some sugar and some flour and all kinds of stuff. Put them together and you got a cake. The same way with success for show business. There's been a few like overnight successes. Quite often the overnight successes are actually the results of 5-10 years in the trenches, really working their buns off before they get any results.
Right, and it seems like overnight, but really it's...
Bingo.
But you know, when you bake that cake, it'll just be a regular old cake that anybody could make unless you put heart into it.
This is so very true. In fact, that's probably the major ingredient, because there's a whole lot of acts who really aren't that good. Take Louis Armstrong's voice. He couldn't sing his way out of a paper bag. And Jimmy Durante, same story. But yet that desire and that willingness to fail and succeed and fail and succeed, eventually they ended up winning. And after a long, long road of failures, really. So it takes so much passion. They have to be willing to a lot of risk. And when it doesn't work out, they got to just kind of ignore that fact and go on to the next step.
And risk again.
And miss again.
It takes a great amount of resilience to be able to deal with that much rejection. And you know, you've got to know that you're going to do it and know that it's right for you. And I guess be willing to sort of reinvent yourself, as you were saying. And
yeah, it's just like a boxer. I mean, every time you get hit, are you going to quit? You have to just keep coming back and getting punched in the nose again until, and the pain and the sorrow, a lot of pain in the business, a lot of pain.
And it makes you tougher.
As it is in any kind of business. You know, if you're doing other than, going to work, 8-hour-a-day thing, but if you have the passion for that occupation.
So Dave, we touched on quite a few really important points that are all elements to being famous. And there are a few, we'll say a handful, of artists out today who have what it takes. They put in the work, they've dealt with the rejection, they've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced, and they have great shows, and they're skilled. What's missing?
I think the big difference is responsibility. How are they responsible to the audience? Just like when you come out with no show business wardrobe, even if the wardrobe is jeans with holes in them, it's on purpose.
Right.
And it looks like a wardrobe. I don't particularly like that kind of wardrobe because to me that isn't a wardrobe, but nevertheless, whatever image you're trying to get across. But if you look at that audience and take responsibility for it and figure out what they're in the mood for or what they need to hear and really get wrapped up in the responsibility.
Is there anything that you'd like to leave us with?
Oh boy.
Open-ended question.
Show business is 2 words.
Show.
And business. And it's not the music business, by the way. Most singers and bands and stuff, they're in the music business. If you're in the music business, go into a studio and record.
Dave, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
That was a pleasure.
You shared your life, you shared your stories, you shared your history, which is your story, right?
Yeah, really. Al Jolson used to say, you ain't heard nothing yet.
No, we haven't, and there's more to hear.
Liking to hear myself talk. I apologize for that.
That's okay. I like to hear you talk. I learned a lot. I'm enlightened. I hope they're enlightened and they've learned a lot. Most importantly, I hope they've learned what it takes to be famous.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
So, we'll hope you share your stories with us as we sign out from the biz. See you next time.
Thank you.